So, welcome to Quizlet 101, an introduction. My name is Chad Myros. I'm a marketing manager here at Quizlet. An overview of today in this session is I'm going to answer the question, what is Quizlet? How is Quizlet used on the students and the teacher side? What are study modes and what are the study modes that we have? What can you do with Quizlet Live and what is Quizlet Live? Again, if you're attending the session, I hope you are new to Quizlet, you've never used Quizlet, or you have an account and you haven't done anything with it necessarily. If you're a pro and you can run Quizlet and you're using it in the classroom, this is not the session for you. So I encourage you to take some time, grab a coffee, get some food, and then come back at 12:30. You want to be here for that. I'll also share resources for teachers, again, geared at a lot of the new teachers, teachers that haven't used Quizlet, and then also talk about questions and take questions from the audience. And so I'll introduce myself. I'm the marketing manager for teachers at Quizlet. I did my master's in education at Stanford in 2012. I used to teach high school. I taught high school English for 6 years and taught all levels from freshman to senior, AP to English language development. And then I transitioned into education tech. Originally at Coursera, I worked at Facebook, and then I've been happily at Quizlet since January 2019. On the side, you can see a picture of me with 2 teacher ambassadors for Quizlet last year in Philly at ISTE 2019. I chose this picture on purpose, not because of the Dodgers hat, but Susie Gomez in the back of the picture is presenting tomorrow, day 2 at the Unconference, Tools for the Remote Classroom. So you won't want to miss that. Plug for Susie on that session. So Quizlet, what is it? Quizlet is a study tool that helps students become their most unstoppable self. And in fact, 90% of students who use Quizlet report higher grades. And as a teacher, that's what we want, right? Without the grade inflation, we want the higher grades. Quizlet uses flashcards and various study tools, such as games, that make it easy for students to conquer any academic challenge. Quizlet breaks down topics and subjects into learnable chunks to help students accomplish something new every step of the way. You can see on the bottom a screenshot of what it looks like when you log into Quizlet, and I'll show you what that looks like further down in this presentation. Oh, yes. So teachers, how are teachers using Quizlet? You can help every student confidently learn anything, no matter what they're striving to achieve. Using Quizlet's free study sets, study modes, and in-class game, Quizlet Live, teachers instantly create a more engaged classroom, whether virtually or in person. And so students study by creating or finding a study set on Quizlet and choosing a study mode to begin review. And the various study modes that we have are Learn, Flashcards, Write, Spell, Test, Match, and Gravity. And you can see this little infographic on the side that we'll talk about in more in depth. If you look at Learn, Flashcards, Write, Spell, and Test, that's kind of an independent study activity with an adaptive study plan. Test is a practice test that students use to really decide if they've learned the material and how prepared they are for the test that their teachers will assign. And then we have Match and Gravity that are time games with a group leaderboard that allows students to compete against each other, how fast they can match terms and definitions or parts of a diagram. And then Gravity, if you've ever played the game Asteroids, where you have to save the Earth or a planet from falling asteroids, that is Gravity. You have to be able to answer the question correctly before the asteroid hits the Earth. And so I just mentioned a study set. What is a Quizlet study set? And this is an example of a study set for French vocabulary. It's a flashcard, a set of flashcards, a study set, and each term has its own definition. And you can also add images or diagrams to study sets so that students have visuals for their materials. So if you look at the example laptop, this is for French animals, you can see the different study modes on the left-hand side. You can see the actual flashcard on the right. It's a dolphin, and you can see an image of a dolphin. Now, I don't speak French, so I did cheat in Google how you say dolphin in French. I can do Spanish, and it's un dauphin. I apologize for that accent. I don't speak French. Don't hold that against me. And if you were to flip this, which I'll show you in the presentation, you would see the French term on the other side. So the next slide. Teachers can also save time by using existing sets, so can students. And this was covered in the Quizlet 201 session that was supposed to be happening at the same time. So I apologize if you saw that session earlier. Well, now you know. And if you didn't see it, you can find it on our YouTube channel that'll be uploaded later. But teachers can save time by searching for existing content created by other teachers and students to share with their students or play Quizlet. And so you can search by subject, keywords, book title, or you could filter by sets, diagrams, classes, users. It has images, teacher created. And so if you look on the side screenshot of the laptop, again, I will walk you through the product a bit further in this presentation. You can see someone searched biology terms and you'll see what pops up. You can see the price of the set, the type, and who's the set created by. And so what are study modes though, right? I briefly mentioned learn, write, spell, gravity, all these terminologies. If you're new to Quizlet, it probably seems overwhelming. And so engaging Quizlet activities is pretty much what study sets are. And Quizlet offers several different learning activities that students can use based on what works for them. And again, I had mentioned this earlier in the small section of the slide. We have learn, flashcards, write, spell, test, match, and gravity. And I'm sure just listing them is not bringing this to life. So I figured, let me show you what this looks like. And so I'm going to escape that presentation. Let me go to Quizlet. If I click into this screen, can everyone see that? If you want to write in the chat box, can you see my homepage on Quizlet? Cool, perfect. Okay, so I just logged into Quizlet. I have a few study sets, so I'm just going to share you as an example. You won't have preloaded study sets, but earlier in this year, we went to London. Some of the members from the US office, Quizlet opened a London office. We wanted to help UK teachers and get the benefits of Quizlet, to go global. And so one of our study sets that we used was taking American English and learning British English. So this study set right here is American to English words, Quizlet 101. I'm going to click that study set. So when you click the study set, you can see on the bottom all of the terms in this set, right? The term in American English, or I'm sorry, British English and American English in image. I can start a set, I can make it play audio, I can edit it and type in there, and you'll see the whole entire study set. But let's say I need my students, I'll do it from the teacher's perspective. I need my students, we're all going to England in a fully funded field trip from the school in a dream world. And they need to learn to speak British English and learn some terminology. So cool, I'll assign this set. Now I'm on the student side and I'm looking at this. Cool, so biscuit. What is a biscuit here? Okay, it's a cookie. And to make the study set flip, I just clicked it and it swapped over. All right, cookie, that's cool. Next, candy floss. Does anyone know what candy floss is in American English? If you do, you can type it in the chat, I'll see that. Cotton candy. Okay, my bad. Well, if you're from the UK, by the way, I know we have some international attendees, but okay, it seems that everyone knew what that was. I did not know, but yeah, it is cotton candy. Licorice, no, see, I wouldn't have known either. And so you can just go through the different terms, right? Crisps are chips. This is the flashcard mode. This is, I'm just kind of getting started and I'm looking. Let's say I need to learn this now. I'm not just kind of looking at the flashcards. I'm going to click learn and it now takes me to, oh, I'm sorry. Let's refresh learn real quick. So I'm in a beta test of learn right now, but originally for learn, what you would see is that your card would pop up and would give you a term on the top and you would have multiple choices, kind of like this right here on the bottom. And so 12 true or false questions in this section. And so program, is that program in British English? That's true. Meter, is that a theater? Let's just go through them. I'm going to click them randomly. Pretend I'm really trying. You'll see what my answers turn out when you turn them in. So I got 6 correct. Based on your results, we determined the ideal starting place that you can study more efficiently. And then I would start studying. So here is what learn will traditionally look like. So color, I can pick what is the British equivalent to this. So obviously it's this. It tells me correct. I'm familiar with one of the terms. I haven't mastered it yet. I got it right, but that could have been a lucky guess, right? So dreamed, let's say, obviously that's dreamt. Let's say I click learnt. Study this one. The correct answer is the study answer. Here's what I said. So I'm familiar with only one card. I haven't mastered any, and I have 38 remaining. So that's what learn looks like. Write is very similar to that. If you click through the learning modes, you can just go in here and it'll say sweatpants, write the correct answer in British English. And I know that's jogging bottoms. So if you answer that correctly, correct is the answer. Fanny pack, let's say I didn't know that. I'm just gonna call that a bag. Study this one. Fanny pack, I said bag. It's actually a bum bag. So you can see that on the side, remaining, incorrect, correct, and it kind of lets the student know where they are. I'll go back to the other examples. And so spell is a very similar concept. I want to be conscious of time because we do have that session at 12:30 for my colleagues, but spell very similar. Spell the words. If you don't spell it correctly, you don't get it correct. Now, let's say I was going to get tested on this. I need to practice this test because tomorrow Mr. Myers is giving us an exam. And here, if I click test, it takes the same study set that I've been studying and gives me 5 written questions. So I need to be able to write the answer to these diagrams with 5 matching questions, be able to match it. Then 5 multiple choice questions, pick from these options. And then 5 true and false questions. And then I would check my answers and see what happens. I do want to give you a preview though of match. A lot of students love match, and these are the games here. Students wouldn't see live. This is a Quizlet teacher function that we'll talk about. And so if you click match, you're going to make everything disappear, drag corresponding items onto each other to make them disappear. So you'll start the game, the time is running, and you'll see who has the best time in a leaderboard. And so in order to get it right, you have to match them correctly. If you don't, neighbor in pajamas, it doesn't work, right? So match it. I won't finish that, but you'll get a set time and then you get a leaderboard of where you fall on that and who the leader is. A lot of teachers love to assign match as a homework assignment and incentivize and reward students based on, you know, are you leading the match? Are you winning? Have you developed in match, moved in that sense? And so gravity, as I had mentioned, is very much like asteroids. Gravity, protect the planets from incoming asteroids. You can get started. You can pick how you want to study, all or starred cards. It's like your difficulty, how fast the asteroids are falling, and then answer with definition, term, or random. And I'm seeing some questions pull through. Sorry, I can't see all the questions. This is not just for vocabulary. So if you check out the breakout sessions later, you can see how math teachers are using it. You can see how Spanish teachers or world language teachers are using it. So I do, all of this is to spark interest in you to attend the rest of the sessions today. So this is what gravity looks like. So I'm gonna go back, I'm not gonna play that. So that's a little tour of our learn modes. And so then let me take you back to the presentation. And so you kind of saw the student side of it, right? That's how they're going to study. That's how they're going to learn their terms and independently practice for class. Teachers use Quizlet in innovative ways all the time. And so to start with it, you should sign up with Quizlet as a teacher. Make sure you click that you're a teacher. So you have options like the Quizlet Live session. You have the option of a free or paid teacher account. Check out today's session on Quizlet Teacher to learn more. That's next. It's following the session. So in a weird way, I guess the technical difficulties worked out. I'm going to tell myself that. And ways that teachers can use Quizlet is create content for students to study. If you want them to study content that you trust, you can create the sets and share it with your students. You can organize your content across classes and subjects. And then you can also engage students and help them review with Quizlet Live. And if you see the screen share in the page in the laptop section on the bottom of the window, you can kind of just see some functions that you'll learn more of in their next section. So Quizlet Live, I think teachers have heard all about that. We've heard students requesting Quizlet Live. let's talk about Quizlet Live. And we've had some exciting updates recently with remote learning. So Quizlet Live is a fall must-have. It's a collaborative classroom game. Teachers choose a study set they wish to review with their students, launch a game of Quizlet Live. A join code will be shareable with your class. Students are assigned teams and given a generated team name. Teams sit together and race against other teams to win. One person has the right answer, and the team must work together to find out who. So if you're in a traditional classroom setting, let's say you have a class of 30 students, they'll be organized into different teams. The questions will pop up. I'm in a team of 4. One of us has the right answer, but we don't know who, so we have to work together to find the right answer. And the first team to get all the answers correct wins. You can kind of see the leaderboard in this image on the right side. The tricky part of it, though, is one wrong answer and your score shoots all the way back to 0. So if you are answer happy and you don't have it and you're not collaborating with your team, you're going to blow it for your entire team. And students take it very seriously in the classroom when it comes to Quizlet Live. And every time students play Quizlet Live, they learn how to do better. That's in the traditional sense. So obviously with everything going on in the world right now, we have virtual classrooms, a lot of us do. And so we now offer the option to play Quizlet Live individuals or teams. And so if you play individuals, students can now play individually and over Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or whatever online webinar program you use. Same concept, fastest to all the correct answers wins, and given a team name just like Teams. And so the benefits of Quizlet Live, you can incentivize students as end of unit, chapter, lesson review, build soft skills of collaboration, engage students and create a fun, interactive classroom, and create a community even while outside of the classroom. And so to kind of share that with everyone, here's some shout outs from teachers that have recently used Quizlet Individuals mode. Thank you, Quizlet. The Quizlet Live Individual mode is always a winner during synchronous sessions in Spanish 1. I love the individual version of Quizlet Live. The randomly assigned animal names allow students to practice their understanding anonymously. My students absolutely love it. Our last day synchronous sessions included a couple Quizlet Live trivia games, both individual and team, and a hashtag last pencil standing check. Some students had to go find their pencils and sent me a picture after class. And so I want to highlight the fact that it's anonymous and students are put on team names. It's not anonymous in the sense that you can't see who's on the teams, but the anonymity of team names gives students the ability to actually try, and if they don't know the answer, not fear the failure or the public shaming of, wow, Team Dolphins, Chad's on that, he keeps getting that all wrong. There, you know, the social aspects and dimensions that come with the class. And so we want to highlight the benefits of the team name. And I figured we'll try to play a Quizlet Live session. I will say this, if we try to get all 1,000 plus teachers in this session, it'll break Quizlet Live. I don't want to be responsible for that. So I'm going to launch a Quizlet Live game, but I'm only going to let people join in the first 10 seconds. So whoever joins, lucky you, you can play and demo it. Everyone else can kind of just take notes. So let me pull that up for you. We're going to use the American to English words, and seeing that everybody knew what candy floss was, this will be interesting. So if I wanted to launch Quizlet Live, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to select individuals mode. We'll do English, American English into British English. We'll select that. I'm going to turn the music off. If you can join, you can go to quizlet.live, type in this code, or if you're in the app, you can take a picture of that. But I'm going to give everyone 10 seconds, and then I am going to create this game so you can see. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. We're playing with 50 something teachers. Here, as you can see the team names, you can see who's under it. And I'm going to start the game. So if you're in this, you're in this. If you're not, you can just watch and see the excitement. So the game has started. You can see here we have the leaderboard. Whoever is on these different teams is right now trying to guess the correct answer. You can see that so far the sea turtles, the snakes, the bears, the bald eagles, alligators, oxen, it's growing with snakes are in the lead with 3 correct, and mustangs. I kind of want to see someone get one wrong, so it drops back to 0 so you can see that function. Sorry if that's your team. Alpaca, sorry if I jinxed you or if you just hadn't started, but you can see the progress of everyone playing. See, with 50 members, it's a pretty intense game. Imagine if I had let 1,000+ teachers play. So we'll see. Sea turtles are almost there. Oxen. Waiting for a winner. Almost there. Sea turtles, giraffes. Ooh, oxen, owls, dolphins. Congratulations, oxen, Dana. So you'll see this at the end for whatever team wins individually. Let's say I'm in the class and I want to incentivize. You know what, Dana? You don't have homework tonight. You can sleep in tomorrow. I don't know. Whatever the incentive is with points, that's up to you. And yeah, so that is Quizlet Live. And then you can get to the end of game review. Oh, and I just clicked out of it. But at the end of Quizlet Live, you'll see a reporting of what students missed, what they've got correctly, which cards gave. Oh, here we go. Often missed. You can see that. Oh, these are my setting. But you'll see something very similar to that. So I apologize. I clicked out of that. But we have 8 minutes, so bear with me on that. So that was Quizlet Live. And so resources for teachers I want to share with everyone in this presentation. So the Quizlet blog for updates and news from Quizlet, check out our blog at quizlet.com/blog. You can read our blog to learn tips and tricks for the classroom from fellow teachers, follow stories about remote teaching, celebrate student success stories, and get updates from us here at Quizlet. So follow the blog, bookmark it, best resource, more to come this fall. Another important resource is the remote learning resources. We have a whole section of our website dedicated to supporting teachers teaching remotely. This is a little bit of a longer URL, so I apologize, but it's quizlet.com/features/remote-learning-2020. You can come here for ideas for Quizlet in the remote classroom, YouTube tutorials, that's where all of the unconference sessions will be, by the way, and then content resources for getting started. You should also follow us on social media, Twitter @Quizlet. I'm sure after today, many of you know that now, so that worked out. Instagram, also Quizlet. Follow us on YouTube or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us on LinkedIn and find us on Facebook. You can see the different images on the side there. And for questions, I'm sure there's many. I will take a few questions, but I want to emphasize to all the teachers on this presentation to check out the Quizlet Help Center. Okay, whenever you're stuck or you have a question and you don't know what to do, I promise you'll be able to solve it. We want to make this super user-friendly, super user for the teachers. And so if you go to help.quizlet.com, I will show you where that takes you. You will get to the Quizlet Help Center. And so here's the screen. You can see it's broken down into account, billing, studying, community and safety, troubleshooting, verified creators, oh, and teaching. Who would have thought that one? And so if you click it, it'll take you to different subsections, getting started, Quizlet Live, classes, and it gives you useful articles. You can see all the articles with Quizlet Live here, see all 16 articles for classes. A lot of this will make more sense after you attend the following sessions following me. This is to be the teaser to get you excited and sparked and happy to use Quizlet. And we're scaffolding, right? Teacher scaffolding. The next presentations will add on to your understanding of Quizlet. But if you have questions, definitely check out the Help Center. So this is the teaching side, but let's say you have questions with troubleshooting, right? I'm just getting started. You can go to troubleshooting and see all 7 articles. You can also, let's say I'm having issues with gravity or I want to learn more about gravity. I can go here, search gravity, and you'll see everything that comes up. Playing gravity, using flexible grading, all the different topics. And so that is how the Help Center works. And so on that note, I'm going to end my session.